Somehow we have to tap into it. Recording is tapping into a new file. It has reached its limits. So this recording is part 2. This is part 2 of the video that I was just making because my phone just told me that it has reached its limit at 33 minutes. So now it is recording into a second video for some reason. So I have this set up, bought new incense, have my crystals set up. I have a crystal missing. Not missing. I had a crystal fall just now that was sitting right here. This is seventh crown chakra incense that I am burning to help me to tap into my higher self. If it works, I like it. Chakra incense smells beautiful. Has a very beautiful smell to it. Now I have to pick up this crystal. So anyway, this is part 2 of channeling my higher self, which I haven't done in a few years, but maybe 2 or 3 times before this channeling. In my previous video, I was my reptilian and my dragon form decided to speak through me. My phone is separating this video into 2 videos, and I'm not quite sure why. I decided to take out the stupid ponytails out of my hair and brush my hair down. Going back into I'm imagining the pyramid with an eye at the top. I've imagined this before. Not quite sure why I have had a vision of this before, why now. And something being inscribed in gold, words upon this pyramid. It's an all-seeing eye that moves all around in all directions. It looks like a real living eye. I can't tell the color of it. I'm confused about the color. There's a reptilian on the bottom, standing near this Egyptian tomb, pyramid. Now I'm imagining this reptilian touching what looks like where Christ died, where they put Christ in the tomb. This big circle stone doorway. It's a big circle stone, and he's touching it. I don't know what his intentions are. He's drawing a circle with his claw in the middle of it. And then scraping the middle of it down like this. And I picture him with a key within his hand, a golden key, possibly copper. Can't tell if it's gold or copper. Might be a mix of both. I think of the word Transmegistus, and then I hear the word Trismegistus, which is a god I do not know anything about in this human life yet. But I've heard of that name. Okay. This doorway of Jesus Christ's tomb. I see numbers around it. Numbers that are forming like a circle within the very outskirts of where the circle is. There's numbers right inside, going in a line like a circle. This reptilian has a key, and it is bringing forth light, cracking through it, like strands of light. Like how the sun has light rays, but this is like blue light cracking through. And more numbers. I see 12, 6, 4, 32, 36, 49, 60, 69, 61 that keeps transferring itself back and forth from 69 to 61 right here at the top. Right, and then the numbers were going down, so I was reading from the number here that started off at 12 all the way to 61 here at the top, which is right in the middle doorway of the middle part where the reptilian has his key, directly in the middle of it. "36. The 31 that was turning into a 39, back and forth from 31 to 39 at the top of the middle of the circle, is now turned into a 36. And then there's a 1 and a 2, then there's a 1 next to it, then a 2, then a 3. Then a 4 that's invisible, it keeps appearing and disappearing. Right in between the 3 and the 12 is the 4. I don't know what any of this means or why I'm saying this, but it feels sacred and it feels divine and it feels correct. Feels like there's a reason behind it. Now he's making a mark with his claw of his left foot into the sand. It's like 3 lines with his 3 claws that are out like this, and he goes with his claws. Makes like this line going like this directly. He's got this black claws. He's got 3 large toes. A lot of reptilians have 3 large toes that are spread out like this, and a smaller toe on the very side. It's very small, kind of like a dog paw, but not a dog paw, obviously. They're more like a bird feet, but they're strong, muscular, human-like bird feet. Kind of hard to explain. Reptilians have 3 main toes, 3 large main toes, but it also depends on what reptilian it is. Reptilians are something that can transform into human or be born as a human. Many reptilians suck out the energy out of people as a food source and power source. What you would call vampires, psychic vampires. I've had a family of reptilians in my room more than a month ago, and now that I imagine them still standing here within my room. They claim to be my children. One child was named Asmodeus. And he claimed to be my child and claimed to be over 12,349 years old. And in human years, about 12 years old. They were black draconic reptilians. They claimed to be of the draconian class. As my previous experience. There was a baby one. I'm picturing him right now, right by my bed. It's like time never passed. It's like they're still here, even though a month and a half of this time passed. They're still there as if no time has passed. Within the same direction they were standing, in the same location, as if they're still there, which is quite disturbing. Since this experience happened last time, I almost died physically. My heart went speeding, racing at a very high level, and I couldn't control my heartbeat. My entire body went numb. And went so numb I couldn't move. My arms were bending in place. I couldn't move, I couldn't walk, I couldn't stand, nor could I sit down. It was like being paralyzed. Your entire body's paralyzed, and the moment you move, sharp pain comes towards your chest. Sharp pain going up from the back, from the lower back. I have not understood what has happened since then. I've tried calling the police, and the police wouldn't even answer. I have had this happen 3 times within the past month and a half. And it is very, very scary not knowing if I will die. Having no explanation and having no doctors that can find an explanation. At times I believe that I am cursed. And I wonder to myself, why would a higher being want to curse me? I have no ill or bad intention. I try to stay away from bad intention. If it ever comes to me, I try to focus on the light that is healing and the thought and the ability of healing lower dimensional beings. And being at peace and harmony with all beings of creation, both light and dark, good and evil, both from the heavens and the abyss. Because I am the goddess of the middle that is supposed to balance the two. Stuck in human flesh and in form, being fed poisons from this food we call American food. Eating the flesh of animals, which I've cut back on. Eventually, we'll have to quit eating, or will decide upon my own to possibly quit eating chicken and cow. In the moment I did, for a week straight, eating fruit for 5 days, I noticed my health had greatly improved. But then I went back to eating meat again, because the desire of chicken and cow always takes over. I'm imagining some reptilians in a form. Okay, they don't want me to record what is happening in my mind anymore. They said do not record it. Okay. So I shall say this is the end of part 2 of my video for now. Of my channeling of my higher self.